how could I make this interview better?
Um, it's done good. But maybe spend some time. And I know you're trying to keep to a certain time limit. You don't want to bore people. You don't want to, um, you don't want to drag it on. But at the same time, maybe spending a few minutes just building rapport in the beginning. Kind of we got right into it in the
Right.
beginning, which is great. Don't get me wrong; it was a great interview. But maybe just spend 5, 7 minutes just getting to know each other rather than jumping into the interview.
Right. And
So that we're
honestly, yeah, go ahead.
so that we're all more comfortable, right? Like, you're reading from a script, which is good, or you're reading from your question notes. But this way, there's a more of a camaraderie or a friendship between each other, right? We know
Hmm.
each other, we're comfortable talking to each other, so it's a more give and take.
Right. And it's ironic because that's sort of what I'm doing. I'm pendulating back and forth. Before it was like, hey, how's it going? Ba, ba, ba. And that was good. And some of my interviews were going 2.5 hours.
Mm,
And so it was like the main consistent feedback I've got so far is, constrain the time because even though we love talking about these topics, after an hour and a half, 2 hours of vibing, and mainly the one variable that I can do the most is just for me to shut up after asking the question and to interject less, but I can't, if I interject none at all, it tends to be less of an organic conversation, like the performance-based pricing. I hope that gave you value. And if it didn't, or if it did, then I can't really remove all of that. I just need to find a sweet spot where it's like, okay,
mhm.
they answer, Tim does 30 seconds or a minute of commentary or feedback or ideas. So
And
it,
I love the way you did that. You not only expanded on my thoughts in some cases, but you did interject with some options that were valuable for me as well. And I love that, by the way.
Excellent. Thank you. So that's good too. So now this question, you may have already answered it again. Okay.